Hey y'all, Big Red here. Well, today's video is going to be on something that I experienced today. Ugh, shit. Like my mouth is just so, I don't know, the spit is just so thick. I just got done eating and I drank like 4 glasses of sweet tea. Fuck. And it ain't no like, yeah, I may live here in Maryland, but ain't no northern sweet tea. It's fucking got like a shit ton of sugar and it's like molasses when you drink that shit. But yeah. So today I know I said in my last video, I think it was, that I got accepted. Well, I got an email to my counselor saying they wanted me to join their carpentry program at the tech center. Well, today was the day I had to go. Uh, I went to school. I went through first and second period, and then third period I got on the bus and we went to the tech center school, and I spent, I don't know, 3 hours there checking out classes and shit like that. And I made up my mind. Well, there I was going, like, we got there, and there was no one there I knew. There's a couple people I've seen, like, not in school, because there was only like one of them there from my school that I've seen, and I don't talk to him because he's weird as shit. Fucking this long-haired, hippie-looking motherfucker. Weird-ass guy, I tell you. But, it was me, this black boy that's homeschooled, but he's going to my school next year, and then this chick that was from oh shit, I think she was from Leonardtown or something like that, or yeah, I think she was from Leonardtown. So, fucking me, that black boy, and her were walking around. Well, she we were walking around for a little while, but we had to go to our classes, like to go check out the classes. So her first two classes kind of were like across the hall from us. So we never really split up, but the first class I checked out was carpentry, because that's what I was called there to check out. And I went there, and it was nothing new. I mean, I've been I've been through it all. I mean, I did carpentry for shit, a year and a half. That ain't shit. But I mean, we got in there, and the teacher, you can tell he's a complete asshole. Thank God it's his last year, because I walked into the classroom with the black boy, and everybody in there's like 6 kids in there. They're like, "Don't join this class. Don't join this class. Don't join this class." Well, what they didn't know is their teacher wasn't fucking gonna be there next year. He served fucking 30 years doing carpentry at this school, so he finally retired. This is his last year, and they're getting a new teacher next year. So we go through, and he shows us these portable houses that they're building for the colleges around here. And one of them, they showed us, they're building for a wounded vet, a homeless wounded veteran. And it's not big. I mean, it's maybe as big as my room. And I got a small room. I mean, there's my bed, and that's my room. It's really fucking small. I mean, it's just barely enough for someone to be half-ass comfortable in. But fucking, he showed us it, and it was pretty cool. I was like, all right. And we had the slip of paper that we wrote our choices that we wanted to check out on there. And then they gave the announcements for everybody that was at their first checkout class to move to their second. So me and this black boy, he had written down everything that I written down, because he was like, "Man, you seem cool. I'm gonna go wherever you go." I was like, "All right." You can tell he didn't have any friends. Jesus. I hate when you got food stuck in your teeth, because I just got done eating and I threw a dip in. Fucking terrible. But, yeah, so, I mean, my next class was welding. So we go down to the welding place, and, we'll walk in, and there's a bunch of boys from my school there. Like, everybody that we walked in to the door, right to the left, there was a computer. And they were all piled around the computer watching YouTube videos. And I was like, "Oh, I know you. Yeah, I know all y'all." So he goes back there, and he's telling us all the different Like, it's a 2-year program, so if I did it, I'd do it my junior year. I mean, I'd do it next year and the year after, so it's no problem. So, I fucking, I go in there. He's showing us around. Man, he's showing me shit that, well, he's showing us shit that that black boy ain't never seen in his life. He's like, what is that? What is that? I'm like, shit, I've used all these. I'm not great at welding. I mean, I've done it before. I used to be a fabricator, but I was more of the guy who measured, who drew up the designs, and fucking pretty much, like, did the cutting and grinding part, and then I had other better welders with me that welded for me. Because when I was doing, I was like, shit, I was like, anybody that knows how to weld, come on, that's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is weld. You ain't gotta bend the pipes, you ain't gotta do nothing, you just weld. But he goes back there, man, and the black boy didn't know what a fucking acetylene torch was, so we showed him that. Which, they got a fucking nice torch up there. They got like 8 of them bitches, 9 of them bitches. I'm like, holy shit. That's pretty fucking badass. I got a frog. No, I'm just kidding. It's my buddy's. He left it in my tackle box the other day when we went fishing. But, so, fucking, we check out the welding class, and I'm like, I'm dead set. I'm like, look, I want to be a part of this. He was like, man, you can walk out of this class in 2 years with 4 scholarships. I was like, that's fucking badass. That's 4 fucking scholarships right there. Well, 4 certifications for welding. I'm like, that will fucking get me far in life. Shit, there's people that come out of high school with 1 certification and they're making $25 to $50 an hour just on welding. Like, seriously, that's a lot of fucking money. And then after that, we got our the announcement to go to our next class. So then we meet back up with that girl, and we go to the natural wildlife management class, I think is what it's called. We go in there, man. I figured it'd be cool. I love wildlife. I would love to be a fucking having a blonde moment. I'll think of it later. But so we're going through, man, and he's showing us his shit, and I'm like, if I wanted to do this, I'd just go in the woods behind my house. There's nothing different to it. Except for you got a building and I don't. I got a shed. A big ass barn looking shed that I can just fucking turn into a meth looking lab that looks like this classroom. I mean, seriously. And the guy, man, when we walked in there, me, that dude, and that chick, we all look at each other and we all thought the same damn thing. Because once we left, we all looked at each other, laughed, and was like, did he come off as a pedophile to you? Man, he was that one guy. He had that gay ass looking beard along his jawline. And then he had like no hair up top, but then he had like gray hair on the side. And he talked all like this. And, well, it wasn't really southern like that. He talked all like this. And he did this the whole time we was in there, and I just wanted to punch him in the face. No, I'm just kidding, but he did get on my last nerve. I was like, I got to go. I got shit. I'll be back. But I mean, honestly, man, whoever's a welder that watches my channels, man, you're one lucky motherfucker. I know there's times where welding can be hard, but it's also fun at the same time, because I mean, I used to do it. I've done it a little bit. I welded a little bit on my cousin's truck. I've done it on my truck. I've done it when I worked for a semi-truck company down there in Florida. It was my uncle, so he had me building drop axles and shit like that. So I know the basics of what I'm doing. Like using a plasma torch, that's no problem. I can do that, no problem. Using a torch, not a problem. A welder, depending on what kind, like a stick welder, I can use that. A MIG welder, I can use that. TIG welder, on the other hand, that's kind of a problem. I'm not too good with the TIG. But I mean, man, I was set. As soon as I walked into that welding classroom, I was like, sold. That's all I want is I'm sold. And fucking when we got back to the meeting room where we all met up originally, we all had to come back, and they were all going around making sure that if we wanted the class that we were called there for, if we wanted to change it, and I was like, look, Fuck carpentry. I can do that no problem. Give me fucking welding. So they changed my carpentry class, well, my carpentry spot or my reservation or whatever the fuck it is, to welding, and I was like, yes sir. They were like, it's not a guarantee. The class might be full, but if it's full, I put the reserve on carpentry. So if you don't make it into welding, you still have carpentry. And I was like, deal. That's all I want. Either I want welding or carpentry because I can do both. I mean, I like getting down and dirty. That's just how it is. That's how I roll. But yeah, so if any of y'all on here are welders, and I'd like to know how it all began because I'm telling y'all, like, I don't know. I ain't never seen nothing like this shit where you can go and take a class for 2 years and fucking walk out with 4 fucking certifications on welding and make that much money afterwards. Because honestly, if you do carpentry or anything else, you're gonna start out. Most jobs you'll get like $7.25. I started out on carpentry a year ago, making $10 an hour, and it never fucking changed. It didn't matter if I was working 40 feet off the ground with nothing to hold on to, with fucking tons of weight in my arms. Didn't matter. I was making fucking $10 an hour, and I was only working like 8 to 9 hours a day. It's not bad, but when you're working fucking 2-3 hours from your house and you gotta drive there, back, over and over again for weeks at a time, it does kind of fuck your money situation over, especially if you got a fucking dipping problem like I got. I fucking do this shit every single day. Tried to quit. I made it a week and 2 days and fucking broke down. I was like, I need a dip. I put this shit in. I've had this can for almost 7 weeks now, and I still ain't even killed it. I mean, I can't stand the smell of it. But yeah, if y'all like this video and y'all are into welding, let me know because I can help y'all out if y'all are here in Southern Maryland and go to schools around me. Like if y'all are high school kids that go fucking to school around me, all you gotta do is apply at the tech center, and that is your ticket. Just saying. But yeah, if y'all like this video, like, comment, share it. If y'all like my videos in general, just subscribe. But I'm Big Red, and I'm out, y'all.